Welcome to Hillside House, welcome to Harveywetdog, where today we're opening the box on our SWIT field monitor for the PXW-Z190. So drum roll. Today we are opening our box from Pro AV, which should contain a SWIT field monitor and all its accessories. So I believe that box contains the monitor, that box contains the charger, some accessories in there, and some accessories in there. Get rid of the Pro AV box, delivered by DHL in just 1 day from ordering. So this is the charger and power supply. Some instructions. Choice of mains leads. There's the UK one. This, I believe, is going to be the mains lead that will clip onto the back of the monitor, and there's the unit itself, so that's quite straightforward. Make sure you can see that. There it is. Tells you percentage of charge, which one's being charged. I've got two outputs there, so I'll just have to read the instructions and see what they are for. Mains goes in the back. To the bag of accessories. This is the HDMI cable. It's full HDMI to full HDMI, and this time I've gone for the coiled type. Quite straightforward. And that's manufactured by Atomos. Second envelope here of accessories. It's got SWIT on it, so that must be a battery. Yeah, so that's the battery there. The S8970 is what I've gone for. That's the battery recommended by Pro AV for the monitor. Quite a shame really, because I've got a set of new batteries for the Z190, a set of batteries for the NX80. Now this is a third type of battery and charger, of course. There's a different charger to normal. That's that then. So I've got two batteries. There's the second battery, and this should be my cold shoe for it sit on. Everybody's going for these brown boxes these days. So it's a small rig, piece of equipment, nice sturdy plastic bag, separate Allen key. That feels very nice. So I think that will go into the bottom of the monitor. This will go into the shoe. It'll lock down, it'll lock up. That should then be adjustable, I believe. Doesn't feel very adjustable at the moment. I'm looking at. These bits away. And finally the monitor itself. A slow reveal here. Paperwork. Nice little box, nicely packaged. I went for the HDMI only model. Slightly cheaper. So there it is, that needs to come out of there. What else is in the box? Mains lead for the UK. That's the D-tap connector. I don't have any D-tap batteries though, so I don't actually have a use for that. That says user manual. Presumably refer to it for you. And that's presumably the configuration on the memory stick. Okay, so we'll get it all set up, we'll get it mounted on the Z190 and we'll see how it works. As I was packing away, I found this in the box as well. This comes as a standard feature with the monitor itself. So that's another cold shoe mount that'll fit into the bottom of the monitor itself. Tightens there to lock that in position. I'll see which one I prefer. But as I say, that comes separately in the box with the monitor. Well, there we are. A little bit of light relief in these coronavirus troubled times. I'll get that mounted onto the Z190 now and give you some feedback on how I think it works. I am looking for a nice bright image. I'm promised a bright image with the monitor, I think it's very important to have a good representation of how the camera is performing, given the need to drive the Z190 manually. So I'll give you some feedback on that once I've given it a run out. Thank you. There we have the SWIT monitor mounted on the Z190. I've used my existing Manfrotto arm to put it in position. As it turned out, I didn't like the Atomos flexible lead that I bought with the monitor, so I've used my existing lead again that I had. I like this one because it's got the angled connectors, and I think that gives a better look and a better feel when you're connecting into the monitor. It doesn't feel quite so much that you're pulling the monitor out of position as you did with this connector. As you can see, I've managed to configure the monitor. Pretty straightforward. The grid line is coming from the camera, but the waveform and the audio signal is coming from the monitor itself, so working on the HDMI signal. So I've been able to switch those two features off on the Z190. I've used the small rig connector. One thing to watch out for is the fitting in the bottom of the monitor isn't quite square to the monitor, so I can lose that in this connection. I think if we weren't in the middle of a crisis, I'd probably return this and see if they had one which the fitting was sat a little bit more evenly in, but it's not a big thing, and that's the monitor sitting on the back of the camera. So it's just a question now of getting it outside and seeing how it performs in practice.